Family Racing. A long time no see. As you guys may or may not be able to hear, I have been just absolute battling a sickness. It was like a head cold, chest. It never really made its way to my chest. I just couldn't breathe. Felt tired. Had no appetite. Just really felt like junk for like the last week, really. It came on probably last Tuesday, and I just really full throttle through everything I could at it. I was hoping to feel better before World Finals, and I did. I was definitely on the back end of the feeling bad-ish part of it. But it's just dehydration and like always having a dry mouth because I couldn't breathe out of my nose that I'm still battling, and that's what's caused my voice and my throat to be like this. It's just 7 nights of sleeping with my mouth wide open and probably snoring the blinds off the windows. But I have found some time and energy to be out here working on the car. Made some huge improvements in the rear end. Working on a more permanent solution for that shift cable bushing front end. I'm most of the people I believe who kind of watch this are in my general vicinity for the most part, so you guys know that it has been freezing. So feeling the way that I do, working on the car late into the night or even for more than like a couple hours at a time, just really hasn't been something I'm wanting to do, because I'm hoping to absolutely boot this thing in the next day or two, which I'm definitely getting close. I can breathe out of my nose throughout the entire day. It's the morning and the night time that I'm kind of still struggling with, and though that is a great improvement, it's not gonna be super awesome if I can't breathe while driving the race car. So still trying to boot it. We are loading up Thursday to have everything ready to go Friday morning. We've got a couple things in place to have that happen. I mean, this is really what I've been waiting for I don't know, since it first got mentioned. This is the opportunity to be a part of the biggest race I know of in the region for these cars. And the fact that we bought a ticket and we parked in the same pits as everybody else means that we should have just the same opportunities to go out there and perform and do well, and you know, if the cards fall right for us, pull something spectacular off. So that I am excited about. It's just kind of the watching time tick by, and it feels going slow. No, the yawn took my sneeze. I thought I was gonna get the sneeze. That would have been nice. But yeah, so that's been the lack of video, is that this is the best my voice has sounded in probably 3 days. But we'll backtrack a little bit. Went to World Finals with my brother and Leighton. Jake had never been to, I don't think either one of them have ever been to Dirt Track Charlotte, so that was cool for them. Leighton had never seen sprint cars in person. Me and Jake grew up as, you know, dirty little West Coast sprint car kids, so I've been around sprint cars since before I could walk. But getting to see the the Northeast big block modifieds and stuff like that. It's always cool when they come to town, and the fan base that they bring. They're a hoot. They're a riot. I love hanging out with those people. Just a bunch of rowdy, fun people from like New York and similar places around there. New York, New Jersey, like they're a blast to be around. And I don't know if Leighton's ever been to a World of Outlaws show, but I believe he said that he hadn't. So it was cool to get to take him and walk him around the pits and get to see all the guys that he watches on Dirt Vision or Flow Racing, I guess is probably what he's watching on. Flow Racing, all the late model guys that he's fans of, and kind of get to introduce my brother to the North Carolina racing scene at the top of the marks. So it was a lot of fun. Had a blast. We ended up standing on top of the Victory Lane Club booth, which was awesome. Yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a really fun time. Can't wait for next year. Hopefully, I'm feeling better than I am now, and by this time next year, Cole will be 1, so I might get to take him with me. So that'll be exciting too. But yeah, looking forward to this upcoming weekend. Really, it's the Mike Tyson thing. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. So, it's kind of one of those things where everybody's only guaranteed to race Saturday or Friday, because Friday you could get absolutely KO'd and not even get to race in a B main and get a chance to get in on Saturday. So you kind of got to make the best of the situation. And for us, that's going to mean something completely different than somebody else. But for us, it's be smart, head on a swivel, get the car to Saturday. So take what's there for us. Try not to get wadded up in somebody else's stuff. With 70 cars, I'm assuming it's going to be like the multiple group hot lap qualifying thing before you get loaded into your heat. I know that Langley sent out the thing, and I've looked at it. I just can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's that format where it's 3 or 5 lap hot lap qualifying, and where we go out for that is going to be important, because with that many cars going out early, track I'm assuming is going to be a little bit more hammered down and slow, and then the further into those 70 cars you get, there's going to be a good packed in, blown off, tacked up groove that you can get in, and that track's going to pick up. I've seen that track pick up a second or more just throughout the night, and that's going from hot lap qualifying to a feature race, obviously with other big tire cars and stuff like that running on it. But that track is possible of turning speed over pretty quick. Like once it gets some of the moisture pulled out of it, it gets fast in a hurry. So that'll kind of once we figure that out, that'll decide what our plans are as far as how we're gonna attack our hot lap qualifying. You guys know me, I'm traditionally not a great qualifier. I think the best I've qualified all year is 6th, and it's because I don't go out there. Like if we had hot laps and then qualifying, I would qualify hard. But when it's hot laps qualifying, it's the first time on the track, I don't go out there and run the dogs out of the car because I don't know what the track's going to do. I don't know if I'm going to go and turn it down in there and there's nothing there to hold on to, and I'm not going to knock the fence down in hot lap qualifying trying to run a fast time. I'll go out there the first lap, I'll kind of feel where the track's at, and then if we get 3 laps, the second lap I'll pick up the speed a little bit and kind of feel the middle, and then the last lap I'll get up to the top and see if there's anything up there, and if there is, see how much is up there. But each lap I'm feeling the track, I'm testing the track, I'm testing the car, seeing how everything feels in my hand and in the seat, on the pedals. I'm not really going out there and like each lap is obviously getting, or you'd hope that each lap is going to get quicker, but there's been times where I go out there and the fast lap's in my middle lap because I went out there and just kind of you know, and that's just how it goes. So we're obviously split into 2 groups, so it'll just be interesting to see how all of this goes and where we end up rolling out. Hopefully I'll get to watch at least a group of qualifying because we're in Group B. So if Group A goes first, I can watch all 35 of them hot lap qualify before we go out, and then that'll give me an idea at least of where people are finding speed, or at least grip on the track, and then I can maybe roll out there with a little bit more in my pocket than on a regular weekly night. But yeah, then after that, it's just hopefully get a decent starting spot in our heat race and go forward. Can't really afford to go backwards. I believe the top 8 of the 2 heat races, and they're 10-lap heat races, so the top 8 transferred to the feature, so that's a 16-car feature. So, I mean, out of what's 35 split in half, 17, 18, 17 and a half, something like that. That's going to be the heat field, I guess. And then from there, you just got to finish in the top 8. And the closer to that top 8, the better. And I'd have to double check, but only a finite amount make it from that feature to the big show. I think it might be 10. So, I mean, you finish 8th in your heat race, you're starting 15th or 16th in the feature, and you got to get by 6 cars, and I've seen the lists, and there's not 6 drive-by cars there, so like you're gonna have to earn it every time you want to get by somebody. But yeah, so my main focus right now is getting the body back to at least, give me like 93%. I don't need to be full 100. Just give me 93%, and I'll go out there and I'll find the other 7 on the racetrack. So once I can start getting a little bit better, which tomorrow, that's the last day that I can stand not feeling better. So I'm just gonna will myself into being better tomorrow. We're gonna get this the rest of the way addressed, cleaned up, buttoned down, and get everything loaded. All the spares, everything is going in the box Thursday, Friday morning, straight to Virginia. So, I gotta be honest, this is getting a little long-winded, and I don't really have much more wind in me, and my knees are cold. So, thank you to everybody who is following along with what I've got going on and rooting for me, and all the kind messages that I've been sent through DMs, PMs, text messages, on both Instagram and Facebook. All the above. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate and love every single one of you, and I hope that I can do you guys proud. I will be bringing the tripod, and I'll probably get Jake some type of filming device that he can use. Either that or he can take this tripod up there with him. Well, I don't know. He's my only pit crew guy that I know of, so he might be on flat tire patrol, but we'll figure it out. We're gonna make sure that you guys get to see the race. So, with all that being said, until next time, we'll be seeing you, and hopefully in 4 days from now, we'll be $10,000 richer, and Cole can get some new diapers, and I can pay off some of the debt that I have wrapped up in vinyl over here. So, until next time, we'll be seeing you.